melt the ice behind my stone cold eyes.
A happy landing for Russia's unmanned Luna 17 spacecraft and a big step forward for Soviet scientists in Lenin's Jubilee year. The first self-propelled vehicle ever to drive across the lunar landscape is controlled from Earth. It's called Lunokhod 1, and here's how this extraordinary Heath Robinson 8-wheeler was rolled down from the spacecraft onto the Sea of Rains. The size of the vehicle hasn't been disclosed, but it's been sending back television pictures and carries, among other equipment, a laser reflector. It's been used to survey the moon's surface. So now Soviet space experts have proved their theory that space exploration can be carried out by automatic equipment without risking the lives of astronauts. To Russia, Lunokhod is worth its weight in moon dust.
Why has nobody been to the moon in such a long time?
That's not an 8-year-old's question. That's my question. I want to know, but I think I know. Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened. And if it didn't happen, it's nice to know why it didn't happen, so in the future, if we want to keep doing something, we need to know why something stopped in the past that we wanted to keep it going. Money is a good thing.
Melt the ice behind my stone cold eyes. I turn to ashes, but only just sometimes. Inhale your smoke, but you still act surprised. It's not my fault when we end up I'll capsize. You call me crazy now, but you don't understand. I'm calling out to you.
Now, one thing, you have a theory about the moon, and we expect to be able to get observable facts about the moon fairly soon. What is your theory?
Well, it is by now rather more than a theory. 10 or 11 years ago, I stated to various scientists that the moon is not a piece of rock, but it is a plasma phenomenon, a cosmic plasma, and that this fact will eventually be confirmed. I made certain predictions which were already confirmed in 1958, and the situation now is coming close to a complete confirmation.
What will be the result if you're proved to be correct in your theories?
The result will be profound and decisive, because it will give proof that a complete reinvestigation of the laws of nature is necessary. Because if the moon is a plasma, no man will ever land on it. The soft landing attempts will all fail. That means that the mass of the moon is less, far less, than is currently assumed. It's in a different state of energy, and it has far less mass. That means there is no more explanation for the tides. If the moon, for example, had only 1,000th part of its current mass, then the tides would only be 2 inches high, and the conventional theories instead of sometimes 14 feet. And that means that if it is proved that the moon is a plasma, then all gravitational theories are out, and a new concept of the cosmos and of its laws has to be evolved.
Aren't you being a bit adventurous, though, because you know that we're going to be able to test out your theories on the moon fairly soon?
Well, not anymore. 11 years ago, of course, it was rather taking a risk. I was considered a lunatic, of course, but by now the evidence, accumulated evidence, is already so much in my favor that I'm not taking any risks anymore. On the contrary, there is scientific views expressed all over the world now that the moon seems to be of a quite different nature of what was assumed.
But the Americans and Russians are thinking of landing men on it.
Well, that will never happen. Not on the moon. On Mars, on Venus, on other planets, yes, but the moon is definitely, as I assert, a plasma.
ice.
Flat or a ball?
Flat or a ball? What's that?
Well, I never feel as breaking round. If we live on a ball, surely we'd have to fly around it. Yeah, it feels like flat or a ball.
Flat, not a ball.
Did you notice any curvature while we were up there?
Средиземье. Твоя кухня тут вкусная очень.
Radio command link. Actually, actually, it's a link along that tether line you see there, 25 feet of umbilical cord. That contains the life support system and communications link from the spacecraft life support system out through that chest pack.
Hello everyone, you are watching Let's Zoom It. In this little video I'm gonna take some look at some stars. I see other people do it, so I want to try it myself also. And we're gonna check them out both focused and unfocused. And to our help we'll use the Nikon P1000. Enjoy!
Melt the ice behind my stone cold eyes. I turn to ashes, but only just sometimes. Inhale your smoke, but you still act surprised. It's not my fault when we end up capsized. You call me crazy now, but you don't understand. I'm calling out to you. Can you hear a thing? 'Cause you lit the match that ignites the flame. I'm the TNT, but you're the spark to blame. And it's fire, burning holes inside my brain. Feel the fire, keep the melters down again. Now it's pouring through my veins, but I said you're the spark to blame. And it's fire, burning holes inside my brain. It's paradise, but now you spin me in a web with all your lies. Want you to feel the way I feel inside. I'm reaching out for help, you got me in a riptide. You call me crazy now, but you don't understand. I'm calling out to you. Can you hear a thing? 'Cause you lit the match that ignites the flame. I'm the TNT, but you're the spark to blame. And it's fire, burning holes inside my brain. Feel the fire, keep the melters down again. Now it's pouring through my veins, but I said you're the spark to blame. And it's fire, burning holes inside my brain. I know some days with you it's paradise, but now you spin me in a web with all your lies. Want you to feel the way I feel inside. I'm reaching out for help, you got me in a riptide. You call me crazy now, but you don't understand. I'm calling out to you, can you hear a thing? 'Cause you lit the match that ignites the flame. I'm the TNT, but you're the spark to blame. And it's fire, burning holes inside my brain. Feel the fire, keep the melters down again. Now it's pouring through my veins, but I said you're the spark to blame. And it's fire, burning holes inside my brain.
근데 왜 지금도 어려운 거예요? 아마 이제 그때 이제 굉장히 연구를 많이 하고 난 뒤에 뭐 정확한 내부 사정을 알 수는 없지만은 뭔가 이제 그때 그 기술들이 전수가 안 되고 어떤 뭐 이념적인 그런 세계적인 대립 속에서 어떤 목적이 달성되고 나서 그냥 그걸 소홀히 하지 않았나, 그러면서 이제 그런 자료들이 없어지고 뭐 그러지 않나 추정을 해봅니다.
You melt the ice behind my stone cold eyes. I turn to ashes, but only just sometimes. Inhale your smoke, but you still act surprised. It's not my fault when we end up capsized. You call me crazy now, but you don't understand. I'm calling out to you. Can you hear a thing? 'Cause you lit the match that ignites the flame. I'm the TNT, but you're the spark to blame. And it's fire, burning holes inside my brain. Feel the fire, heat that melts us down again. Now it's pouring through my veins, but I said you're the spark to blame. And it's fire, burning holes inside my brain.
Here's the difference. We can describe gravity. We can say what it does to other things. We can measure it, predict with it. But when you start asking, like, what it is, I don't know.
안녕하세요. 오늘은 폴란드 최초의 우주비행사 미로슬라프 헤르마셰프스키의 놀라운 인터뷰 해프닝과 그가 담긴 흥미로운 인생 이야기를 함께 살펴보겠습니다. 헤르마셰프스키는 1941년 폴란드 동부의 작은 마을 리니키에서 태어났습니다. 어린 시절 그는 제2차 세계대전의 참혹한 현실 속에서 가족의 희생을 겪었고 전쟁이 끝난 후 서부 폴란드로 이주하게 됩니다. 하지만 그는 어려운 환경 속에서도 하늘을 향한 꿈을 포기하지 않았습니다. 공군 조종사로 경력을 쌓으며 하늘을 나는 꿈을 현실로 만들었죠. 1976년 그는 소련의 인터코스모스 프로그램에 선발되어 폴란드 역사상 최초의 우주비행사가 됩니다. 그리고 1978년 6월 27일 그는 소유즈 30호 소유어즈 31을 타고 살리트 19 SOLIT 6궤도 정거장에 도착. 약 8일간 임무를 수행하며 우주를 직접 경험했습니다. 그는 훗날 이렇게 회상했습니다. 우주에서 지구를 바라보면 인류가 하나의 행성에 사는 존재라는 사실을 절실히 느끼게 된다. 그런데 이후 한 인터뷰에서 전 세계를 충격에 빠뜨린 발언이 등장합니다. 먼저 그 인터뷰 영상을 보고 오시겠습니다.
Tam ciśnienie rzeczywiście jest kulą zawieszoną w kosmosie? Jest płaska. Tak jak oczekują. Nie spodziewałem się co do tego pytania, zapewniam pana, że jest płaska. Generał Mirosław Hermaszewski, jak dotąd pierwszy i ostatni Polak, który odbył lot orbitalny. Dziękuję serdecznie za rozmowę. Dziękuję, kłaniam się.
인터뷰 진행자는 이렇게 물었습니다. 당신은 직접 우주까지 다녀왔는데 지구는 정말 구형인가요? 이에 헤르마셰프스키는 묻지 않는 표정으로 사뭇 진지하게 이렇게 답했습니다. 네, 평평합니다. 당신이 기대하는 대로요. 그는 이 질문이 나올 줄은 몰랐다며 당황하고 어색한 표정을 짓는 모습도 포착되었습니다. 그리고는 확실히 말씀드릴 건데 지구는 평평합니다. 하며 인터뷰가
As you know, LA has a football team again. The Rams are back, and there's a player on the Rams named William Hayes. Does not believe in dinosaurs. For real. He thinks dinosaurs are a hoax cooked up by some very rascally archaeologists. I don't know, but I decided to take William on a field trip to the LA Natural History Museum, where they have all sorts of dinosaur bones. And here is my dinosaur day with William Hayes.
Oh, don't get on the floor. Everybody wants the dinosaur. Boom, boom, like a boom, 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 like a boom, 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 like a boom.
So, how old were you when you realized you didn't believe in dinosaurs?
Junior, I don't ever really believe. I never really believed.
Never?
No.
So even as a little kid, when you were learning about dinosaurs, you didn't believe them?
I don't have a big imagination.
Listen, I think skepticism is a good quality to have. I think we should challenge the things we're expected to believe.
Okay.
I mean, not necessarily to this extent, but let's take a look around and see what you think.
No doubt about it.
Look at that. This doesn't move you in any way?
Absolutely not.
So what do you think these are?
Like clay.
Maybe it is clay. I don't know. Hey, how you doing?
Hi, good morning.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Daniel. I'm an educator here for the Natural History Museum.
Oh, we need you, Daniel.
Please.
Have you met people who don't believe in dinosaurs before?
Yeah, every now and then we do get people who don't believe in dinosaurs.
Are you able to persuade them that dinosaurs are real?
I give the facts and some of my personal experience with these.
Okay. Your personal experiences as in one?
As in actually going out and digging for dinosaurs.
You've never dug up a dinosaur before?
I have. Yes, I have.
Where?
Utah.
If Daniel has pictures, will you believe?
Absolutely not.
No. So you think
whoever Daniel went and did those dinosaurs up would probably put them there.
You think somebody planted the bones under the ground?
And they knew exactly where to go get them from?
I don't know about that.
Well, yeah, of course you don't know. You're the one who was tricked.
The fossils that I dug up personally actually found using a jackhammer, and I don't think anybody could.
You believe in jackhammers?
Jackhammers.
You do.
Man seen jackhammers before.
Yeah.
And here we have our T-Rex skull, and it is one of the most complete T-Rex skulls ever found.
So those the real teeth from T-Rex?
Yeah, the lower jaw is pretty complete. If you take a look in between the cracks, we put in things like clay and glue to hold it together.
So you're saying this is a lot of this is clay?
Not a lot. Well,
a lot.
Yeah, a lot of it's clay.
A lot of it's clay.
You can definitely tell.
When a bone gets covered in mud, that mud would harden and then water will come in through the cracks and replace the bone with minerals. And what you're left with is a natural replica.
So that's a real dinosaur bone?
This is a natural copy, basically, a fossil.
It's a copy.
A copy.
Yeah.
How many people are involved in this scam, Daniel?
I understand why it's hard for people to believe that these animals did exist at one point.
Because nobody never seen them.
I'm glad we established this. Let's keep going.
Right here, we have a Struthiomimus, along with an ostrich and a goose.
So
And
are birds dinosaurs?
Birds are dinosaurs.
Who made that rule up?
When we looked at the fossils, we
No,
found...
not we.
Yeah.
Y'all looked at the fossils.
Yeah, right.
Hell no.
Not us.
Yeah,
I don't want no
You
Yeah.
and your friends
One
that are
day.
involved in this conspiracy.
So here we are at the Age of Mammals exhibit.
Mammals aren't dinosaurs, right?
No, they are not. They were here when dinosaurs were here. So we
Uh-huh.
can start off right here if you'd like. Pachycetus ataki.
What?
Pachycetus ataki.
Pachycetus ataki.
Pachycetus ataki to you, too.
Does it remind you of any animal?
It looks like a dog or an anteater or something.
Yeah. It's actually the ancient ancestor of modern day cetaceans, or whales, dolphins, and porpoises.
That's a whale?
Come
That's a
on,
walking
man.
whale.
Come on, Jimmy.
It's not a whale.
Hell no, that ain't no whale.
No. Yeah, that was not. You have that
That's
wrong.
definitely not flip.
You got to redo this. Because it's wrong.
Yeah, that's terrible. You believe that?
That? No. No way.
Basically, there are two kinds of skeletal mounts in museums today. Most mounts or skeletons of dinosaurs that you see on display are casts of the real bones in either fiberglass or some other light material. What's done is once the fossil is cleaned up, once the skeleton is prepared, then the curators work with metal workers called mount makers in order to devise the pose that they want the animal to be in. And lots of times they'll make detailed drawings or even scaled down models of how they want this animal to look. Then they blow those designs up into a full-scale mount and have to construct an iron framework called an armature.
I really like dinosaurs. T-Rex, Stegosaurus, Triceratops. You know that feeling when you walk into a museum being in the same room as a dinosaur? It's just special. The actual bones of something that was alive roaming the earth millions of years ago. So you can imagine how shocked I was when I found out that some of those bones on display in museums weren't real.
What do you mean, not real?
I mean, not real. The bones on display are replicas.
What, like even at like the Smithsonian?
Yeah, even at the Smithsonian. Now, but like you, I was confused, needed to find out a little more, so did a little journey, found out why they use replicas, I found out who makes these replicas, and you know, I really found out that it wasn't as bad as I thought.
I feel like I was lied to like my whole childhood.
Same. Totally the same. But you know what? We'll get through this together.
When you see the Max display, you see a big, grand layout of a skeleton with bones mounted on that. Those are replicas of the original bones. We use replicas for a couple of different reasons in exhibits, and the biggest reason is that the fossils are irreplaceable and they're fragile. To mount a fossil skeleton either requires an extremely expensive and complex armature, or it requires drilling holes into these irreplaceable bones. We really don't like to do that if we can avoid it.
The actual fossils are petrified, so they weigh like unbelievable amounts of pounds. In casts, you can make basically a shell. They don't even have to be filled in, or you can fill them in with another very light material. And then you have the same skeleton, for instance, at the American Museum of Natural History, in the entrance Roosevelt Hall, there's this huge Barosaurus rising up on its hind legs. That skeleton weighs 800 pounds. If you had the actual fossil, you would be looking at something 5-10 tons and on this little spot, you know, way beyond any conceivable floor loading. There's a preference now for casts because you can do really lively things. You know, you can have a T-Rex standing on one leg and using the other leg to stomp on a Triceratops and so on, which you could have never done with the actual fossil bones.
I think that many people, when they come to a museum, don't necessarily realize what things they're looking at and which ones are replicas of those specimens. I personally don't think that's actually a big deal. These replicas are so incredibly good that at a glance, even an expert can be confused as to whether they're looking at the original or not. The replicas are accurate down to sub-millimeter scales, so you really are hard-pressed to tell the difference.
How did the museums get involved?
Well, the first museum to use bone clones was the Santa Barbara Museum of Natural History, and from there, it kind of just blew up. The Smithsonian started using them, the Field Museum, American Museum of Natural History, museums all over the world.
You know, it's amazing how real they look.
Right? They really do.
Okay, enough of the bullcrap. Now, as you all can see, I hated to spend 7 minutes on showing you this, but as you all can see, there are no real dinosaur bones in any museums, okay? They're all replicas, castings, fiberglass, plastic, clay, okay? There's no real dinosaur bones put together. There's never been a real whole dinosaur found and put together in a museum, okay? They find one or two bones and then they make believe put a structure to these bones, okay? But here's the real truth. The real truth is these bones are the giant bones from the Bible, okay? Nowhere in history will you ever find in any ancient culture a depiction of a dinosaur. Nowhere in the Bible does it say anything about a dinosaur, and nowhere in any ancient depictions will you find dinosaurs, because they don't exist. They are made up. Okay, and then when you ask about these real bones, the real dinosaur bones, oh, they keep them in vaults. You can't see them or touch them because they're valuable. So they make this plastic stuff up. But you spend all kinds of money coming to museums and look at it and watch whatever kind of movies they're playing about dinosaurs and all that. You watch it on Discovery. They teach you this from the time you're a child, and you believe it without questioning it. Now, let's see what the Bible says about creatures, all the creatures on the earth that was ever made. They tell you these dinosaurs were from billions of years ago. Now let's look at what the Bible says. Okay, Genesis 1:20 through 30. And God said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and the fowl that may fly above the earth, in the open firmament of heaven. Okay. 21, and God created great whales and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters and the seas, and let the fowl multiply in the earth. And the evening and the morning were the 5th day. And God said, Let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping thing, and beast of the earth after his kind. And it was so. And God made the beasts of the earth after his kind, the cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God said, Let us make man in our image after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. He didn't say, Let the dinosaurs rule. Okay, so God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. Okay, now, and God blessed them, and God said unto them, Be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. Now, who discovered the first dinosaur fossil? It's a bigger question than you might think. In 1677, Robert Plot is credited with discovering the first dinosaur bone. But his best guess as to what it belonged to was a giant human. Now, in 1842, the trailblazing British scientist Richard Owen announced the discovery of the dinosaurs to great acclaim. The first of these dinosaurs to be was a huge carnivore discovered in an English rock known as Stonesfield State and published by William Buckland in 1824 under the name Megalosaurus. Okay, now, Sir Richard Owen, the man who invented the dinosaur. Now check him out. Here's what the guy looks like. It's all a bunch of bullcrap. It's all a bunch of lies. This is a guy, another Freemason, along with all the other liars who have deceived you.
Hey, you know how dinosaurs don't really exist? They never existed. They were invented by the Royal Society in 1841. Fact.
The class Dinosauria was originally defined by Sir Richard Owen of the Royal Society and Superintendent of the British Museum Natural History Department in 1842.
All dinosaur bones are replicas made by chicken bones from China. True story. And you know why you can't use real dinosaur bones? Because they claim that they're still radioactive because of the asteroid 66 million years ago.
In what was known as the Great Dinosaur Rush, or the Bone Wars, Edward Drinker Cope of the Academy of Natural Sciences and Othniel Marsh of the Peabody Museum of Natural History began a lifelong rivalry and passion for dinosaur hunting. They started out as friends, but became bitter enemies during a legendary feud involving double-crossing, slander, bribery, theft, spying, and destruction of bones by both parties. None of them once claimed to find a complete skeleton either, so all their work involved reconstructions. In fact, to this day, no complete skeleton has ever been found.
Okay? So now that you realize that dinosaurs are already an absurd farce. Absurd, guys. When you look into the bone wars and how many of them have been proven false, there is not one single skeleton of a dinosaur that exists in the world. None. The engineers have proven that none of the bodies would work. All the guts would fall out. Like a brontosaurus, stegosaurus. You can't prove the Earth was here 66 million years ago. I'm not saying it was or wasn't, but there's no evidence of anything. None. You can't carbon date fossils. They're stone. There's no actual living anything in them. You can't carbon. No one knows anything about timelines. This is all nonsense. It was invented by the Royal Society in 1841. You can look this up. I know people that have degrees in which they're paying off debt to this day in paleontology. They have whole degrees in things that are lies. It's like those things that you're looking at right there, those skeletons don't exist. They've never found a single skeleton like that. They're all invented.
Now, let me show you what dinosaurs really are. They expect us to believe that ancient civilizations just sat around and built giant steps for no reason at all. No reason at all. Not to mention having the tools to do this with, but for no reason at all built these giant steps. And at the same time, they expect us to believe that these ancient depictions of giants are just depicted in their artwork for no reason at all. No reason at all. Now, I would suggest that you take the time and do the research, and you're going to find your true history.
There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. And they brought up an evil report of the land which they had searched unto the children of Israel, saying, The land through which we have gone to search it is a land that eateth up the inhabitants thereof. And all the people that we saw in it are men of a great stature. And there we saw the giants, the sons of Anak, which come of the giants. And it came to pass after this, that there was again a battle with the Philistines at Gob. Then Sibbecai the Hushathite slew Saph, which was of the sons of the giant. And there was yet a battle in Gath, where was a man of great stature, that had on every hand 6 fingers, and on every foot 6 toes, 24 in number. And he also was born to the giant. And when he defied Israel, Jonathan the son of Shimeah, the brother of David, slew him. These 4 were born to the giant in Gath, and fell by the hand of David, and by the hand of his servants.
Giants that the Bible says was produced. The Bible
It's just a
says
made-up
once these
story
giants
to
was
cover up
produced,
for the
they
giants'
died.
bones that they found.
That's what the Bible says in Genesis. And so they turned on man and began to devour men. You got what I'm saying? This was the reason for the flood.
And for thousands of years, these giants were only remembered in scripture until the 1800s, when we started building roads and excavating, and that's when we started digging them up.
All I'm offering is the truth. Nothing more.
Okay, today I'm going to be putting a drone in my vacuum chamber and showing you the difference between propeller-based flight and rocket-based flight. And then after the drone, I'm going to be putting a balloon in the vacuum chamber that will act as my rocket to show how rocket flight is different than propeller-based flight. This is my drone I bought on Amazon. So how a drone flies, obviously, is that those propellers spin, it creates lower pressure on top, higher on the bottom, and it pushes the drone up. But a key feature of that is that you actually need air to make that happen. So let's see what would happen if we take all the air out of the chamber. Do you think the drone would still be able to fly? Let's check. Okay, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn on the vacuum pump, and then I'm going to fly it as I pump out the air, and let's see if it goes down as the air is getting pumped out. Okay, drone in a vacuum chamber. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm just gonna let it hover there. About negative 0.5 atmospheres. I'm having to throttle up more and more and more. Negative 0.8 atmospheres. Look, it's full throttle. It can't even get off the ground now. I can't do anything. Okay, so you can see the propeller spin. It's essentially just vibrating on the ground right now. And what's cool is look how long those blades spin after I turn it off. Turn it off, it just barely stop because there's no air resistance. Okay, now I'm going to slowly increase the pressure and see if we can get it to fly. So I'm going to have it on full throttle. Full throttle, I'm going to let in some air. Oh, there it goes. See, now it has no problem.
You melt the ice behind my stone cold eyes. I turn to ashes, but only just sometimes. Inhale your smoke, but you still act surprised. It's not my fault when we end up capsized. You call me crazy now, but you don't understand. I'm calling out to you. Can you hear a thing? 'Cause you lit the match that ignites the flame. I'm the TNT, but you're the spark to blame. And it's fire, burning holes inside my brain. Feel the fire, heat that melts us down again. Now it's pouring through my veins, but I said you're the spark to blame. And it's fire, burning holes inside my brain. With you it's paradise, but now you spin me in a web with all your lies. Want you to feel the way I feel inside. I'm reaching out for help, you got me in a rip.
Good, like this right here is an infrared picture taken by Jay Tolan Media One. And what they do is they specialize in filming and taking pictures with infrared cameras, because the infrared takes out all the haze in the atmosphere, which distorts your view. Anyways, this picture was taken from a plane that was just taking off over Lake Michigan at 1,800 feet in altitude, and 1,000 miles out over the horizon, you can see the Rocky Mountains. Now, just in case a globe earther says that's not 1,000 miles away, let's take a look here on Google Maps. So let me zoom this in so everyone can see this. And as you can see, it's actually 1,006.78 miles from Lake Michigan. So anyways, there's your picture. And just in case you think that's impossible, I'll let Jay Tolan Media One show you how it's done.
So this is my infrared filter. It's a 950 nanometer long pass infrared filter. Wow, look at that. Isn't that incredible? This green tint is default and I cannot change it in Photoshop or whatever. Now in the foreground, this mountain is Mount Charleston. Behind it is the Nevada test site. Now you can see Groom Lake and Papoose Lake to the left. Just incredible.
Now, these guys film throughout the whole flight, so I'm going to time-lapse it just so we can move on. And if you guys want to watch the full video, I'll leave the link to their website in the description.
Because when we look down, it appears we're in a flat world. Everybody's got to make up their own mind. This is strange.
Now, as you can see, these guys are really good at what they do. And as you can see with your own eyes, it's flat as a pancake and you can see everything in detail with the infrared. So this debunks the 1,000-mile away picture.
Inside the circle is your world.
Isn't this amazing? I've been here for 2 hours playing with water and asking questions, and I'm still confused. That's water pearl. There's a basin at the bottom. It pumps water up through hoses at the back, nozzles at the top, create these pearls of water. A specified light system perfectly calibrated with the motion of the water to create these pearls that are floating, now suspended, now moving down. You see that? That's real. Those shadows are real. My hand is on the other side of those shadows. Look at that. Apparently the creator got the idea from watering his garden. So it went from watering his garden to me having an absolute existential crisis right now. I can just sit here all day, which I have been, playing with water. If you look at my hand, you can see this. You can't see anything between each pearl of water in my hand. The team here at Water Pearl in Tokyo, Japan is creating magic for the future. Now, excuse me while I continue to play with my water.
Everything vibrates at a frequency, and if you know that frequency, you can control things. This is the model, and this is diagramming all the frequencies of the elements and what their vibrational frequencies are and the numbers that measure those frequencies. And they're all the numbers we get from looking at these ancient traditions that recur over and over and over again.
And so through this technology, they're able to move stones or cut stones or all the above?
All the above.
We call these transducers, which is just a fancy word for speakers. These speakers, they only work at one frequency, and this frequency is 40 kilohertz, which we shouldn't be able to hear. Only bats, dogs, and other animals should be able to hear 40 kilohertz. But because the ultrasound is so powerful, if we put some particles, they should be kept in midair with the power of sound.
Okay, so I kind of want to expose some chemtrail truth here. As most of you know, we're selling the plane, so we're not getting paid out anymore. This plane has been certified to use the chemtrail fluid DK5812. And so it holds 50 gallons in each tank here, and then the fuel goes in this one. And then right in the exhaust, just right up here, there's a injector that sprays the fluid when you turn on the switch. And the switch, it won't spray fluid unless the engine's running because it's like real toxic chemicals. So it needs to make sure like you're in the air. We get paid about $10 a gallon to spray the stuff. And this has a government issued retrofit kit. And you can see down here, they installed this switch. As you can see, it says chemtrails. You just turn it on, and then you just collect money. That's how it works.
What if I wanted to break? Laugh it all off and
You melt the ice behind my stone cold eyes. I turn to ashes, but only just sometimes. Inhale your smoke, but you still act surprised. It's not my fault when we end up capsized. You call me crazy now, but you don't understand. I'm calling out to you. Can you hear a thing? 'Cause you lit the match that ignites the flame. I'm the TNT, but you're the spark to blame. And it's fire, burning holes inside my brain. Feel the fire.
Planetara. Only on Planetara.
The fleas are placed inside the jar, and the lid is then sealed. They are left undisturbed for 3 days. Then, when the jar is opened, the fleas will not jump out. In fact, the fleas will never jump higher than the level set by the lid. Their behavior is now set for the rest of their lives. And when these fleas reproduce, their offspring will automatically follow their example. This is how generational trauma truly works.
Whoa. Whoa. Wow, is er niks ik.
Napoleon didn't exist. Watch this.
Suppose we use the same argument on Napoleon. If you've ever seen the statue of Napoleon in Place Vendôme, Paris, you will notice that the word there of Napoleon is written the Apollio. Now that would mean, making this Greek, that means that he is Apollo itself. So there never really has been a Napoleon. It's weak in the north, doesn't it? Where was Napoleon defeated? In Russia. See? Napoleon never existed. Sun comes.